disconnected from my spiritual root. And so all I had was kind of a nationalistic, very historical thing, but I didn't have any soul. I mean, you know, all I had was this, because I'd stepped away from my religious content, which is never where it should have been. It didn't have to be that, but I perceived it as being either one or the other.
Yeah,
so I chose the other.
The growth has to be all around it.
Yeah, it does. It does. Because if it's segmented and fragmented, it never can be what it needs to be. It's a mess.
Yeah.
But anyway, I went from this to got heavily involved in alcohol. Because being rootless in terms of the fullness of life, then I became so secular, you know, that anything religious was suspect. I didn't, and so I needed something to fill in the gap, and the booze filled in the gap. Played with a jazz band, drank booze. I mean, that was, and that's why I called it my scarlet cloak.
Wow.
Hellish years, man, rough years, and strangely enough, once you get disconnected from your spiritual roots, the journey is downhill, because it went from this to heavily involved with alcohol and drugs. And the next step, of course, for me was violence, because it went from that to this, and that was the next step. Everywhere I go, I used to carry my little. So this became my security blanket. Yeah.
That's amazing how you depicted these stories.
Wow. And somewhere I managed to I tore it, and I decided to incorporate it into the design where it looks almost like a little bullet hole.
Oh, yeah.
And I tried to make it look like I tried to sew it up. But I left the hole there instead of trying to patch it. I left it there, and just like I tried to sew it up, but of course I couldn't close it up. And then the story, of course, is this caramel color. I call it the caramel jacket. The caramel jacket, soft and subtle like buttered taffy candy. But in its bosom hangs a serpent, coiled, deadly, venomous, and scared. Because all the time, I had the bravado, like I was a bad dude, but it was mostly fear, mostly scared. Dangerous, more dangerous because I was afraid. Yeah.
That is so true.
Wow.